Donald Trump, his obscene lie that Tylenol causes autism has been, thoroughly debunked. It was debunked long before the lie was put out. These are old kind of pseudo studies that we're finding correlation rather than causation. It sort of works like this. Every single man in prison, with maybe a few small exceptions, but a statistically insignificant number of exceptions, every single one of them has drank milk and eaten mashed potatoes. 100% of them, or maybe 99% of them. And if it's an or ate mashed potatoes, then it's probably 100%. So, does drinking milk or eating mashed potatoes cause crime? Cause people to commit crimes? I mean, that's correlation as opposed to causation. You can understand what causation is. So anyhow, now Bob Kennedy comes out. This is HHS, the Department of Health and Human Services. They just announced that they're going to conduct a study of mifepristone. Mifepristone, of course, is the drug that causes abortions. And about half the abortions in this country now are being done with mifepristone via telehealth. Telehealth is where instead of going to a physical doctor, you go to an online doctor. Sometimes they talk to you on Zoom, sometimes not. It depends. Sometimes you just fill out a questionnaire. There's, a lot of these companies that advertise on TV, the ones that are advertising cheap Viagra or, stuff that'll grow your hair or get rid of your dark spots on your face. Those are all telehealth organizations. And, where there's an actual doctor involved that is actually writing a prescription for you, but you're not having to go visit that doctor. That doctor's probably in some other state. And so now Bob and these people are going after both mifepristone, the anti-abortion drug, and the practice of prescribing it via telehealth. Because what's happening is in a lot of red states where abortion is illegal, and now you've got I'm getting ahead of myself. In a lot of states where abortion is illegal, you've got telehealth doctors in states where it is legal who are prescribing mifepristone and shipping it into these states. What if I told you most collagen products aren't just a waste of money? They're loaded with toxins that could lead to skin issues, heart problems, even cognitive decline. Scary, but it's true. See, collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, and your natural supply drops as you age. And that's why so many people your age are turning to collagen to relieve joint pain, rebuild bones, and even look years younger. But here's the catch. You have to know what to look for, or you could end up doing yourself more harm than good. So before you buy another tub from Amazon or your local store, go check out the top 5 collagen warnings every American needs to see, along with a special offer. It's a quick read that could save your health and your wallet. Right now, get a special bundle deal at a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping. This offer is only available at getnativepath.com/Hartmann. That's get, G-E-T, native path, P-A-T-H, getnativepath.com/Hartmann with 2 N's on it. And in fact, Louisiana has already, I believe it's Louisiana, maybe it's Alabama, pretty sure, well, look it up. And in any case, one of these old Confederate states has already they're trying to prosecute a physician in New York State, and now they're going after a second one who is doing telehealth prescriptions for mifepristone. So Josh Hawley sent a letter to the head of HHS, the guy, his name is Macri, who works for Bob Kennedy, urging a full FDA review of mifepristone. And the anti-abortion leaders are starting to pump all kinds of quotes and anecdotes and stories and BS into the right-wing media ecosystem, which is huge. I mean, it's absolutely massive. 1,500 right-wing radio stations, thousands of right-wing podcasts, 3 major right-wing television networks, right-wing publications from the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post to the Washington Post, now in the Los Angeles Times, et cetera, et cetera. And a group of 22 Republican attorneys general have demanded that the FDA reinstate restrictions on mifepristone. So Bob says, we're going to look into this. I doubt that has anything to do with his being Catholic. I think it mostly has to do with his being in Trump's administration. And Trump knows that it's the right-wing religious nuts who have helped keep him in office. And, weirdly enough, in 1979, the entire evangelical movement, including, the Jerry Falwell types, including Jerry Falwell himself, were all pro-choice. And then Reagan came into office, and they all decided to be anti-abortion. Because, hey, that's all it takes. We just need a few extra, votes to have Republicans win elections and rule the world. Crazy stuff. So mifepristone may not be long for this world. And if these guys have their way, which will present a whole another interesting thing, which is, are people going to have to start going to doctors in the UK? Telehealth doctors. Or in Sweden or Switzerland or something like that, or Mexico, or Canada. And if they do, will the Trump administration use their tariff sanctions to stop those from being imported in the United States? Because they, it used to be if what you were buying from overseas was worth less than $800, then, like a lot of this stuff was being sold, for example, not just on Amazon, but also on Facebook and other social media sites. Where you see these ads for, small things, yard lights, solar-powered yard lights, or pill cutters, or dog toys, or cat toys. And in many cases, when you buy these things, one of the reasons why it's not wise, generally speaking, to buy them off social media sites is that sometimes you're not going to get anything at all. They just want your credit card and your address so that they can use your credit card information to rob you blind. That's far more rare. I mean, particularly the reputable social media sites like Facebook try to screen for that. But the other is that you may be thinking that you're buying something from somebody in the United States and it'll arrive on your doorstep the next day, when in fact you're buying it from a vendor in China. And, they just ship it to you through the postal mail. And in fact, during the pandemic, I broke my glasses and I needed a new pair of glasses, and I bought them online from a glasses supplier in China. And, after the pandemic was over, they tightened up that loophole, because I didn't have a prescription. I just knew what my prescription was, but I didn't have one that was less than a year old. So technically I couldn't do that. So anyhow, it'll be interesting to see how the administration deals with mifepristone after they have banned it. I'm fully expecting them to do so. I mean, these people are dead set on stopping abortion in the United States. They want women barefoot, pregnant, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, and no place else. And, Charlie Kirk was very clear about that. Remember when Taylor Swift got engaged? He said, hey, Taylor, submit to your man. You're not in charge. I mean, this is the Republican mantra. Women, shut up. This is the whole SAVE Act, to prevent women from voting, married women from voting.